5, 4, 3.
Whoa! Just like that. It's just like that I'm here to introduce. This is like one of the greatest places in the world. I just want to tell you that. And that whenever I'm away, I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah.
No, I am. I'm in Liverpool, I'm thinking about it. Everywhere I go, I'm thinking about it. And we're going to take this to Liverpool, too, because they have a place called The Slaughter. And downstairs, they take off the S, and it's laughter.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's good.
You learn something every day, right?
Yeah, that's crazy, Dad.
So let's give it up tonight for our comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman. Wait. And of course, tonight producing and performing, we have Aaron McIntyre.
All right. Yeah.
And our in-house scholar this month is the one and only Adrian Russo.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Can I tell you, Brennan has been through how many people?
A lot.
Isn't it great?
It's great. It's still floating.
Listen, I thought it was 20 years, and LinkedIn was like, happy 21st year. And I was like, when did that happen?
Oh, now we can drink.
Oh, listen, guys, you gotta be so careful. This is new. Brennan, when I tell you broken, like you've never seen.
Oh my God.
Ever.
I don't know.
Never, ever. Ever.
Yeah.
Like that. No, am I wrong? We had a guy. I'm not wrong.
You're not
Oh,
wrong.
I meant to let's give a round of applause to Kai, who's going to at least see us once a week, God willing. We got to get him a chair, poor thing. You don't feel like sitting?
Yeah.
It's going to be my kid.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you want me to sit this?
No. I'm going to get ready. Okay. So listen, guys, in case you're watching, she's not watching, trust me. She is not watching, okay? That's why I talk about them, Satan and Lucifer, because they'll never see it. They'll never see. When do I perform back east? You know, like on a tour like that. So I just did the tour, The Family, and so it's an all-Italian tour, all right? So you figure it out. I don't know if you ever heard of this one. Welcome to the Family. And I play Mike Marino's sister in his pilot. We don't know how I got there like this, but in the words of Nancy Pelosi, she must be from the tip of the boot. Like I didn't know what that meant. I can't stand her. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that.
Not allowed to make it cancel that DNC.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. Hey, it's a new me, DNC. Everybody joy! And pain. Where's my check? Where's my check? Sunshine. Oh, please, guys. What's going on? Listen, you can't cancel canceled. You can't cancel canceled. I just want to say that. But for the rest of you that are here, I'm going to be having a TikTok night. It's a big thing. Okay, to get the creator verification thing.
Yeah.
So play your cards right. Look, they're here. What are you going to do? You're already here. You're in it.
All right.
And it's not going back. Because, everybody's like, okay, it's going to be like Clubhouse. I'm like, it's not going to be like Clubhouse. Clubhouse just went ratchet out of nowhere. There were white people on there. Okay, black people fooling me and thinking they were white people and speaking all, to, I know, if I saw him, you know what I would have done? You know what I would have done? Oh my God, it was wonderful. It was so wonderful. You had to hear this. Talk of dating and things that I don't do like that. But let's give it up for the comedy of Zach. Come on, Zach.
Making it all the way to the front.
What's up, guys? My New Year's resolution is to stop asking myself who's a big boy. Thanks for coming. I wouldn't be here if my dad took no for an answer on his prom night. Sometimes I run into my ex-girlfriend. Sometimes I run into her at the grocery store, but most of the time I run into her at full speed. Guys, You ever watch porn all day and you're in the middle of watching porn and you have to stop and ask yourself, where's the girl? I donated my sperm for the first time. Pretty weird experience. It's not every day I come into a jar. Unless it's Thursday. On Thursdays, I pack my boyfriend lunch. I've been getting into science lately. Trying to educate myself a little bit. My favorite scientist right now is Neil deGrasse Tyson. You guys know who that is?
Yeah.
I just read his new book on Afrophysics. Afrophysics. I also been thinking a lot about blowjobs. I remember my first blowjob. My throat hurt for a week. I have good news. Pride Month is finally over. But don't worry, gay people still have a voice. I hate it when I get out of the shower and there's no towels, so I have to dry off with my dad's underwear. I also hate it when I make eye contact with people, especially through the crack of a bathroom stall. My biggest regret in life is knowing that the girl I lost my virginity to was actually my best friend's couch. I hate to admit it, but I think I'm gaining weight because my mom's clothes don't fit me anymore. When I was in high school, I had a girlfriend. It was a good learning experience for me. I learned that I'll never date a high school girl again. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't seen any midgets in a while. But I also haven't seen any porn in a while. In other news, my cat is dead. Yeah. But now I get the litter box to myself. I'll tell you, my favorite part about having a dead cat is that now he doesn't freak out when I give him a bath. I'm a pretty busy guy, and during my free time, I've been working on a dating app for gay Muslims. It's called Allah Cock Bar. Allah Cock Bar. Any Lizzo fans? Any Lizzo fans? Lizzo. If you don't know who Lizzo is a girl boss, and which means she does not take orders, but she does place them. The bad news is Lizzo is always busy. The good news is she likes a lot on her plate. Anyways, I'm really into cowboys. You guys like cowboys, the Wild West, you know? I love cowboys. I love cowboy culture. Cowboys, they live on a ranch, and Lizzo lives off of ranch. Anyway, I failed the 5th grade. I failed 5th grade because my teacher asked me, what sport rhymes with basketball? And I said, pedophilia. That's my time. Thank you, guys.
Where can they find you?
I have no social media. You can find me here at the LA School of Comedy.
There you go, Zach. Zach, I like the new hair. I like the new hair.
Thank you.
Speaking of new hair, let's give it up for Brendan Weeks, ladies and gentlemen. I want to see his hair.
All right. Let's lower our expectations, right? I'm tired. I did a clown class over the weekend, and it is the most I've ever moved in 4 years. And I'm hurting today. I am in pain. So I will not be doing that much movement. So you heard the news. My dad beat my mom to death. He just died first. No worries. Don't just chill out, okay? Okay. Yeah. my mom died, and it took me 3 weeks to write jokes. So here we are. Okay, 3 weeks.
You're in the right
3 weeks. This is how I express my grief. Okay. I miss my mom, so I decided to bring her urn with me to various open mics around the city at one point. If I did today, I would have pulled her out and plopped her right here. And I've been like, now you have to deal with what I'm going through. It's the first time she's ever seen me live, okay? And she's not. And, yeah. I don't know. I brought her to a couple open mics, and she was like, if you bring me to another one, I'm going to kill myself again. And I was like, oh, okay. I feel you, Mom. This is what it's like. Yeah. I don't know. Here we go. There's one more, but I always forget. I need to write them down. I have 4 of them, and I forget to write the last one down. I teach in an elementary school. Okay. Yeah. I've realized that most elementary school teachers are kind of cunty. You seen that? Like, I think it has to be prerequisite that you have to be kind of a cunt. That's not how we run in the hallway, Nathan. Like, who fucking says that? Turn around and go back, Nathan, and then you make your way over here. Like, bitch, he's 7, you know? Let him skip, you know?
Okay.
It literally, elementary school is like a gulag with like little babies, all right? I've just seen it so much, you know, just like, stay in the lines. Like, it's just very kind of, I don't know, like Horace Mann, he was German, right? I'm just trying to figure out. Okay. Then I have to do a story out of this. I'm just so all over the place, as you can tell. Okay. Not tooting my own horn, but I have discovered that I am musty. Any other man has figured that out, that we have our own unique scent, right? I like to give myself nicknames like Mustical, right? Yeah. Musty Bones, or I was gonna write. I'm gonna do 17 things of play on words with must. All right, that is my goal. Okay, just getting these out. I don't write. Okay, I don't write. I am functionally illiterate. Okay. Speaking of words, I like the way we describe comedy like we're going to war, and this is the least violent thing we could ever do, right? We got killer. Did you kill on stage? Did you crush on stage? No, I bombed. It's just, yeah. And I know that's old hat, but like considering we're in the middle of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, it really means to me that they're the funniest army in the world. Can we be clear about that? Okay. I also donated my sperm. Here's a story. I found myself at an impasse. I watch a lot of geopolitical videos on YouTube, and I also jerk off a lot, right? So I found a job that intersects those two things. Interesting, right? I found an ad on Craigslist where you could... You done? Okay. Found an ad on Craigslist where you can sell your semen for $75 a cup. All right. I emailed them and I was like, "Do I have to fill the whole cup?" They're like, "Slow down, partner. All right, don't get so over eager." Right. I get an address, right? They send me 2 cups in the mail, and I have to go to this address in the valley, which ends up being just a house in the valley. I pull up to a house with an easel on the front lawn that says, "Yo, fertility clinics." I'm fine. I walk in. There's a man at a desk, what looks like a desk, wearing a lab coat and jeans. This is American healthcare. Okay. All right. He leads me into the garage, which is set up for the testing area, and they have little tables where there's these little cubes that are on the table, and it turns out this entire thing is an FDA clinical trial to test the mobility and motility of your sperm. My results, I got 20%. I'm shooting more blanks than a Bruce Willis movie, all right? The Expendables, if you will, okay? And blanks are when you have no bullet in the gun. Are we all clear? Okay. This is what Alec Baldwin thought he had. I have that. Okay. Okay. I took that. I do this for a couple of weeks. I start making jokes, coming in, like just here to drop my load off. You know, I do funny shit like that. And then actually starts moving up to the CEO. And the last week of testing, she actually wants to meet me. So I actually pull up, go in. It's an actual office this time. I go in and she's like, hey, we've heard you're really funny. Do you want to participate in the next couple of weeks of trials? And I'm like, sure. And she's like, I asked her then, I was like, hey, what are you actually doing with all the semen besides just putting, because I've given you a lot, right? She's like, you know, we get that a lot. And I'm like, why? She's like, we're an Israeli company. And I was like, oh yeah, stealing organs is your thing. And don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. All right? There's a good part at the end of this. All right? And so I'm like, oh, what do you think of the conflict that's happening over there? And then she says, her grandson was in the IDF and was killed on October 7th, defending his country. And I don't care what your politics are. I shut the fuck up right there, right? And I held space for her in that moment because losing a loved one is very, very traumatizing. So I held space for her, and she's like, you know what? Thank you so much for doing that. All right, it looks like your sample is actually pretty good this week. Do you want to do, we still want to put you down for a couple more weeks? And all I am saying, I am 1 degree of separation from the largest geopolitical conflict in the world from jerking off. And thank you guys so much. I'm Brenner Weeks. Have a great night. Okay.
And where are they going to find you?
Don't.
Don't. That's what he says. Don't. I gotta blow this taco stand. Yes, I am. I don't even know what that means because I hate Mexican food. And I get in trouble for that. Yeah, I can't stand it.
Really?
Ugh.
It's kind of racist.
It is not. I like Colombian food.
Preference. How is that?
Yeah, I don't like Mexican food. But everybody knows that. That knows me. Knows I don't like Mexican food. Alma knows that. Okay. I just want to say that it's been a day, but it's okay. Tomorrow's going to be another day.
Yes.
All right? You guys got this? All right? Because I'm going to bring up the comedy and present you with the one and only comedy concierge. I love her to death. She's got this. And don't forget to have him shout out his acting classes. All right? All right. Give it up for your girl, Samantha Linderman.
Thank you. Keep it going for the one and only Sunda Kronquist, everybody. I love her to death. Bye, Sunda. See you soon.
I love you. And you know, you never
okay.
call. I'm kidding.
And you never call, but he shows up, and 99.9% is showing up, and I'm so glad that all of you showed up. Well, no, that was a proper like Jewish mom exit. It was like, and when am I gonna see you next time? It's like we're still on this time, you know? What do you mean next time? Or when they're like, if there is a next time. If you should be so lucky to have more time. Time is money. Are you gonna make any? I was recently at a family dinner. That's what happened. That's what just came out of me like a burp. Guys, I'm in love. Thank you. And he was like, you farted in your sleep, and I couldn't hear it, but I could smell it. And I was like, he loves me. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's love. No? Nobody? Yeah. So fart joke out the gate. It's okay. It's not for everybody. I mean, farts are usually just out the gate like that. So I thought it would be good. Is anybody else's dad really addicted to watching shorter pranks? Or just mine? Like, does anybody like go like to their parents' house and their dad is like sitting and like, why is the TV so big? I feel like every time it's like comically bigger and he's sinking into the couch. But it's just like a guy. It's multiple men who walk around, whether it's like Central Park or like Walmart, and they have a fart machine and they film it and they like walk through couples. Like there's this one guy who wears like a pink thong, like for added, originality. Because why would anyone wear a pink thong? Just for originality. Do you guys remember Victoria's Secret? I mean, it's not gone, but it's like, what? Do you guys know the story behind it?
No. Yeah.
It's horrible. Every time, okay, I always do this, right? I know I bring it up on stage, and I'm like, it's not funny. Like, it's so sad. But I did used to work at Bath and Body Works, and we were like cousins with Victoria's Secret girls. But they looked at us like we were trash, and I get it. You know what I mean? It was like we were like the shit version of like a small part of their store. Like, they sold lotions, we didn't sell bras. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was like they were the parallelogram, and like we were the. I started school today. I started. Not at LA School of Comedy. I did take this class, and I did have an amazing time. I took other comedy classes. This was my favorite. Shout out. You don't see me outside Second City Hollywood fucking begging them to let me go there. No, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that. Oh my God. I feel so safe. But no, I started community college today in Los Angeles. I'm so excited. I took the bus, right? And I was getting off the bus, and I thought I pulled the thing hard enough, but I didn't hear it. And there was like an old guy next to me, and I didn't want to like, I didn't want to sexually harass him. I didn't want to press my breast in his face. You know, I didn't want that to happen like on the way to school. On the way back, it's like I could deal with it, but it's like on the way to class, I can't. So I was like, oh my God. But then this woman was like, well, also the guy in the wheelchair was also getting off, so it was like perfect timing. You know what I mean? Did something fall? Oh. That's fine. Water's probably fine to fall on stage by the wires, right? It's probably all waterproof, right? Splash zone. But this like woman who was just a passenger on the bus, she just yells out, 2 people getting off, 1 in a wheelchair, and I'm like, I wonder which one I am. No, but I didn't even know that she had just been talking to she knew when everybody was gonna get off the bus. I go to the welcome center at school, and I see this lady, and I hug her. I'm like, we're starting school. So it was powerful. Then I went to English 103. It was on the 2nd floor, and I was like, I can't do this. 103 and 214? Like, that's a lot. Nobody else? I don't know. It was just like, right away, I was like, oh, we have halls, and they're all named after people. I don't know. I wasn't ready to go back. I mean, I was, but I wasn't. But I made it to class. And I did the thing where I sat in like the 2nd row. I pretended it was a comedy show. Like, I sat like right there, and like I left this whole front row, and I could tell my professor has like I don't want to say a British hat because you guys wouldn't know what that meant, but just like a little. He's sweet. I can tell, but I'm like the only kid in that class with ADHD. I think like that the school knows about. I told them, I was like, help me. And they're like, do you need it? And I was like, where should we start? No. That's awkward. That's always awkward when you do good phone. When you do good phone and you're like, no, I have a problem. Like, they're like, prove it. And I was like, no. My dad was like, don't be too much yourself at school. No. I have double extra time. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. Like twice as much time. My teacher was like, I'm going to check that email. And I was like, okay, like, you don't believe me either. The first time I got diagnosed with ADHD was by this man. It was like a similar vibe, honestly, Brandon, to what you're talking about the semen house. Like, it was the same energy. It was like this one old man in a room. And this is different, actually. I don't know. It was like, I'm like, is this really a business, or is this like, because I'm like, when I go to the fortune teller, I'm like, I don't care if they're like, if you come from downstairs, like, I don't care. But you're a psychiatrist, and it's just you and your wife, and you say you have ADHD girl type. I want to see where that is in the DSM. You know what I mean? Like, there's no such thing. ADHD with a pink thong for originality. ADHD, no D. Like, I don't know. It's just, it was horrible. What else did he say? He said premenstrual dysphoria disorder. I said, I wish I could blame it all on that, but I can't. Some people really have that. I don't have that. I just have whatever, the regular menstrual disorder, you know. He just added a bunch of shit. I was like, then he was like, then he said, every comic's dream, right? He goes, and possible Tourette's. I go, listen here, motherfucker. Like, I was like so pissed, and I started cursing like crazy. Like, I was like, I have fucking Tourette's. Have you met my fucking father? He's running around on the road screaming at people. And he goes, let's only talk about people in this room. I go, okay, so you have fucking Tourette's, my mother has fucking Tourette's, and I'm fine. But we never went back, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Then I was talking to another psychiatrist. Okay, I shouldn't do this thing where I start going on all the psychiatrists, but I mean, you got to find the right one. It's like dating, right? Now, I hate when the therapist says that, where it's like dating. You have to find the right one. Like, this isn't a date. I'm paying you like a lot of money. I hope that's not the kind of dates you want me going on as my therapist. You know what I mean? This is not a date. This is an exchange. Like, stop, you know? But it's always bad when the therapist wants to come to your comedy show. I had to ghost her.
No.
It was perfect timing. She was getting married to my old therapist, who said that I reminded her of my new therapist. It was crazy. And all I could think, Sherry, was, where's my invite to the wedding? So you're gonna show up to my comedy show and stalk my TikTok? You don't get enough of what's in here? You have to seek it? You're a freak. I miss her every day, and I Star 67 prank called her just to hear her voice a couple weeks ago. But Jane, I hope you're doing well. I bet the wedding was beautiful. Okay, I'll end with this. So we are a part of the TikTok Live Creator Network. Let's shout that out. That's exciting. We're just trying to make moves. But if you guys want to build your TikTok, if you want to be seen with like a large platform like TikTok Live, is the way to do that. So stay tuned for, hopefully, I don't know if it's going to be TikTok Thursdays. I like the alliteration we have going on. So I'm hoping to keep that going. But who's ready for our next comedian? I am beyond excited to see this next comedian perform. She's a new member of the team, and honestly, I have to say, a really, really, really amazing addition. Please put your hands together for the one and only Adrienne Russo, everybody!
Wow. Keep it going for Sam Linderman, please. Sam, I have also had the entire DSM thrown at me. It's a time I've gotten like everything. I got HSP the other day. Yeah, psychiatrist is like, I think you're an HSP, which is like a highly sensitive person, which is like, the way she described it sounded like kind of like a psychic. Like you can just like pick up on vibes and you're super sensitive to things, but it's not quite the gift. It's more like the consolation prize. So yeah, it was weird. And then like, I remember like, at one point I was like discussing with this psychiatrist, like, I don't know, like maybe I have autism, just like it feels like the calls coming from inside the house sometimes. And I called my mom and I was like, Mom, do you remember when I was a kid how like you guys used to always yell at me for like wearing coats inside and not making eye contact with your friends? And she goes, you don't have autism, I'm not giving this legs, and hung up the phone. So like, I get it completely. I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff that I haven't even practiced this Sunday, so we're just gonna see what's gonna happen. The reason why I've always wanted to do comedy, always. And the reason why I finally took the jump and was like, all right, I gotta take a class and get on stage, was because I went to an open mic the other day, like just like a couple weeks ago, and this guy who was so high he could barely open his eyes got on stage and was just talked about how badly he wanted to go to a strip club, and then sat right here on a stool and said wings and titties for 4 minutes straight. And I was like, you know what? Like, if that's all it takes to just say wings and titties for 4 minutes straight, then I'm gonna do this. Like, I could do that. I don't know. I just feel like comedy is a lot like therapy, right? It's just bitching to an audience. I really appreciate rooms like this. They remind me a lot of AA rooms where I can, again, just bitch to an audience. I recently started AA, and I was ghosted by my sponsor. So I've been ghosted 3 times for my time in LA, twice by women that I was trying to go on dates with, and once by my sponsor. And nothing makes you feel more desirable than someone who says, I know that I can help you, and then never responds to any of your calls or texts afterwards. You know, before my sponsor did ghost me, she said, you know, you need to be completely sober. You shouldn't even, you know, smoke weed. You shouldn't even engage with any sort of substance that's going to alter your consciousness. And I was like, what if I don't know how to have fun? She goes, you can have fun sober. And I said, really? Have you ever taken an edible and gone to the aquarium? Because there's nothing more fun than staring at a jellyfish for 20 minutes with your mouth hanging open while children just they're like, Mom, what is wrong with this person? But why, Mom? Can you move this person who's just gone completely catatonic? And I think that word is actually too big for a 6-year-old to know. So, yeah, and I've been looking for other ways to find peace before I got sober, and one of them was going to psychics, actually. And again, I was like, maybe there's something behind this highly sensitive person thing. Maybe I'll go to a psychic. And for some reason, every single time I walk into a psychic's place, I get told that I have a bad aura, and for 3 easy payments of $199.99, the aura can be removed, and then I'm always offered a strange jar of something that I'm supposed to drink. And I've drank too many strange liquids in my life to continue that. When I joined a sorority when I was at my sophomore year of college, and they blindfolded me, and then they took the blindfold off, and I was in a room full of candlelight, and people were chanting, and I was told to drink from a chalice. And I think I died, and everything after that has just been like a DMT 20-second trip right before I actually lose consciousness forever, because things were never really the same after that. So this is all new stuff, guys. I'm really so this is a one-liner that I'm gonna try. It's only one. I don't think I could do as well as you. I'm not that smart or witty, but here goes. So I saw an ad for a sex party online, and it said, come for the orgy, stay for the friends. And I think if I was going to host a sex party, my ad would say, come for the orgy, stay for the chili. Because I just think a chili is a really good orgy snack. I mean, it seems like a good idea to me. Or hilarious, one or the other. Either way, someone's getting turned on. Yeah, I think that's really everything I've got for now. That's all. That's everything. So, thanks everybody.
How long was that?
Adrian Russo Comedy on Instagram. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, Adrian Russo Comedy.
How long was that? 5 minutes. Oh, fuck yeah. Beautiful.
Let's keep it going for Adrian Russo's comedy. I'm really feeling it tonight, you guys. This is a great night. I know we say this all the time, but I want to clap it up for you guys. This is a good room. I feel good about this room. If this was like Vegas, I keep setting myself up to fail with these analogies with the squares and the gambling. It's like I don't know it. I'm not a square. Okay, the list. Oh my God, I went to a psychic. What did she say to me? Oh my God, it was me and my cousin. She was like, so you guys know each other pretty well. And I was like, we're cousins? Like, yeah, we're roommates. Yeah, we're best friends. Yeah. And then she was like, you guys met in another life. You know that, right? And I was like, obviously I don't know that. I came to the psychic. And then she was like, I'll tell you, but you're not going to believe me. And like, that was such a good setup, honestly, because I was like, you have to tell me right now. I'm going to fucking lose my shit. Like, and then she said that we were angels and like God missed us or whatever. And I was like, dude, chill. Take all my money. And that's exactly what I did. And that's what we do. But who is ready for the comedy of our producer tonight? He's also going to be teaching an acting class here to tell you all more about that. But let's keep it going for the very funny Aaron McIntyre.
All right. It's going to be a musical night, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on just one second.
Yay.
Yeah. I've seen enough music here, so this is going to be really hard with this microphone. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, how many people know who Bob Dylan is? Fucking thank God. One time I asked him, it was like nobody said anything. I was, Jesus, you don't know who Bob Dylan is? For God's sakes! Oh, by the way, my mother was psychic, according to my psychic. All right. So, hi, my name's Bob Dylan. I'm gonna play you a little song I wrote called Song of Injustice. Well, the first time I met you, I promised that you would be true. I forgot that first chord. And all the things that I did for you, you would do for me too. Well, 3 months have passed, and I don't think that things are quite right. 'Cause you won't do the things I do for you when we lay down at night. 'Cause the road to success is rocky, and the dog-eat-dog world never quits. And I go down on you, but you never come through. And I think that that's really the shits. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, so that's another. How many people know who Neil Young is? All right, good. Got a couple. This guy's back here going, fuck you, dude. All right, I gotta say I love Neil. I love Neil. He's a very special man to me. But I wrote this song, so fuck him. Let's see here. How does that one start? Oh, yeah. It always starts in a minor. I'm just a junkie from a defunct band trying to play guitar. His nasal voice was a terrible choice, couldn't take me very far. It was fine as a backup for 4 other guys when my mind was on the blink. But my voice is shot and I shoot up a lot, and my lyrics really sting. 'Cause I'm blown away. Oh yes, I'm blown away. And I feel like for a friend. Thank you. I have no idea what time, how much time I got, but I'm gonna do one more. I got plenty of time.
You got time.
All right, here we go. How many people know who Willie Nelson is? All right. I hope I remember how to fucking play this song. Well, me and the boys aren't really the kind to beat up on hippies or steal a man blind. We're upstanding citizens, as the old saying goes, but we don't miss a chance to powder our nose. Powder our nose, oh, we powder our nose. If a straw won't do it, then go get a hose. It'll make all your problems feel like menial woes. And it made the song a lot easier to compose. The best stuff we had was Peruvian flake, but it didn't take us too long till our brains turned to cake. The stuff we've got now provides the whole crew, so don't think we're tight if we don't share it with you. I hope you all like this this humor and shit. I thought it was funny when I thought of it. Now we're gonna take a minute, well, maybe a few, to go powder our noses, and we hope you will too. That's all I wrote this week, so I'm done with that. Yeah, I guess I could take this moment. I'm just going to have you come up just pretty quickly here, but I do want to let you know that we are starting a acting classes here. I have been teaching for 35 years. I know I don't look that old. I know I look like a spring chicken, but it has been a long time. And so we're going to do some acting classes. We're going to have a free workshop here on September 17th. That's a Tuesday night. And you'll be able to come and check it out and see if it's something that you want to do. Other than that, I'm going to hand it back to Samantha Linderman. And my name is Aaron McIntyre. You can find me at AERONMACINTYRE. You got that down, you're fast.
Aaron McIntyre, everybody. You never know what's going to happen up here, but like, that was really good. That was exciting. And producing, that was like a very humble like win right there. I felt. Keep one more time for Aaron, everybody. Who is ready for one of the most fierce femme fatales in the modern comedy world? You might have seen her here first, but you will see her somewhere else soon. And it's Sherry Bright! It's always right with Sherry Bright. I love it.
I suspected it might be me, but that's partly because all the women had gone. Like, fuck, it's not Adrian. Woo!
Brennan.
Say it again?
Brennan.
Here's a tag for you. I bring her to a lot of open mics, and she just makes an ass of herself. Yeah. Anyway, so it seems to me that men get all the good stuff, the fun stuff from midlife crises. Yellow Lamborghini, like a hot underage girlfriend, maybe a baby in their 60s. Women don't get a lot from midlife crisis. We don't have a lot of options. Like, what am I going to do? Have an affair with my trainer, do a ton of Botox, start doing stand-up? Check, check, check. Sometimes people ask me why I started doing stand-up in my 50s. Because it's powerful, because it's healing, because kickboxing was full. People in my life keep saying, like, Sherry, you're so brave, you're doing stand-up. Do you guys ever get that? Yeah. Oh, it was just me. No, but what they mean is, Mom, please stop doing that. So I was a super supportive type of mom, always. Like when my kids got into soccer, I was the team coach. And when my daughters got into Girl Scouts, I was the troop leader. And when my son got into drugs, I started a cartel. But now my kids are young adults. And when they're ready to settle down, the only thing I care about is that they find their soulmate. And that soulmate be Jewish. I've never told them that because kids do the opposite of what you want. So when I want to influence their dating lives, I have to rely on reverse psychology. And I'll be on the phone with my daughter, like, stay away from that Goldstein boy. He's pre-med. The last thing I need is a son-in-law who can write me prescriptions. Does it help to go, please? Or should I just leave that part off? Ooh, okay.
Audience reaction if they fall.
Nobody reacted to it. I couldn't tell. Yeah. Hence the follow-up question. Now it's a feedback mic. It's not just a musical night. It's everything. Where's Sunda to see all this? I grew up with an abusive dad, just keeping things light. Usually only emotionally, but sometimes you get lucky. And the cool thing, about being a mom is that you can stand up for your kids in ways you couldn't stand up for yourself. Like my dad raised a hand to my 7-year-old son during the Passover Seder for dropping the matzah. And I was like, you will never hit him, and you will never scare him, and you will never call him Fat Sherry. It was silent at the Seder table until my youngest just continues with the Passover 4 questions. He's like, why is this night different from all other nights? The answer? Ki halayla imagid lazuk, which if you don't speak Hebrew means because tonight mommy grew a pair. I'm very glad to report that unlike my mom, 20 years and 4 kids into my emotionally abusive marriage, I finally got out. And by that I mean he left me. And then I took him back because I wanted to take back control and be the one to end it. And so I did 11 years later. I packed up my minivan and backed out my driveway. I can't believe it took me 11 years. But to be fair, we lived on a very busy street. One of the hardest parts about being in an unhappy marriage was when I had to buy my husband an anniversary card. Because none of those lovey-dovey cards ever said anything that felt remotely honest about our relationship, but I finally found one. Dear Jim, thanks for all your hard work, but we're going to have to let you go. Yes. I was married to the same man for 31 years. Because apparently that's how long it takes you to admit I made a mistake. Like in 24 more years, I'll admit, coral, not my color. 31 years is a long time, but you know what they say? Time flies when you let yourself be bullied, ignored, and dominated by an exact carbon copy of your father while essentially raising 4 kids on your own and watching your hopes and dreams shrivel up and die. Anyway, that's what they say. So, after all that time, I'm excited about the possibility of being with someone new. But my vagina's like, now? You know I hate to work out. It's like trying to convince a friend my age to go out clubbing at midnight. It's like, Patty's like, my vagina says, I am tired. Do you have any idea how long it's going to take me to get ready? I'm like, put on your big girl panties and suck it up. Kickstarting an active sex life in my 50s feels almost greedy. You know, like showing up at a restaurant 10 minutes before closing. Feed me! And I'm trying to be a clean comic, but so here's the tag I would not use if that was the case, which is the guy's like, you can see we're closing. Fine. Fire up the grill. Don't forget to spit on it. I know, and it crushes. I'll never fucking be clean. The only man I've really been with since leaving my husband was a professional magician. I didn't say I was making better choices, but he was really sensual. I love when he'd reach into my hair and be like, oh, a quarter? My favorite trick that he did was when he disappeared. And after we broke up, I found some of his props under the bed. His top hat, a wand, a magic rabbit. Yeah, actually, the magic rabbit was already there. It just needs new batteries, so. What was I say next? It's hard getting older and being single because what you write on your dating profile to attract a mate is going to have to change. Like right now, my profile says, I love adventure travel. But pretty soon it's going to say, I live on the first floor. My shower has handrails. So I got on a dating app on Bumble. You might not know, but Bumble has different settings if you're over 50. Like if a match doesn't communicate with me for more than 18 days, the app sends me a direct link to the Forest Lawn burial schedule. So I realized I was spending all my time on Bumble trying to guess which guys were Jewish. So I finally switched to JDate, the biggest Jewish dating app in the world. But I had such bad luck on JDate that now I'm looking for Jewish men the old-fashioned way in Marina Del Rey. Thigh slapper. I love that. I just say that in case it doesn't show up on my audio. So when you're a people pleaser, your whole skill set is making other people happy. Right? So a people pleaser not in a relationship is like an enormous waste of potential. It's like a Superman not flying, or Wolfgang Puck not cooking, or me not changing my whole appearance because a guy I went on one date with says, I like blondes. When you're a people pleaser, it's really hard to break up with someone. You know, I'll be like, Sheldon, our values are different, our style is different, and that's why we're not going to last any longer than another 10 years. What I'm saying is I do, Sheldon. What's hard about getting divorced I have realized is when you're in a relationship, you can blame your unhappiness on your partner. But when you're single, you have no one to blame for your unhappiness but yourself. So that's why I'm looking to get married again. Okay, you seem like just incredibly like with it and cute. Obviously too young for me, but it is so hard to find interesting, good-looking guys. I'm just wondering if like your father still has all his hair. He's probably married, right?
Dead.
Oh, really? She's really stiff at parties and okay. My condolences. Oh my God, that crowd work slayed. Crushed, killed, all those things, all those violent things. I see the light. Okay, one night after show, this guy comes up to me and says, I don't get why you don't talk about how tiny you are, what it's like to be that tiny in a world made for, normal people. I was so mad. I screwed up his pant leg and bit him in the ass. But it's true. I am short. I went bed shopping, and the salesman says, you think a California king is a bit of an overreach? Why don't I show you something in a nice crib? Yeah. I think guys actually like that I'm petite, though, because it makes me easy to sweep off my feet, so to speak. Easy to carry up the stairs. Easy to hide in the trunk. How many seconds do I have? None.
1 minute.
I got a minute?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. So one guy says to me, oh, so you're a spinner. And that guy was Patty at an open mic here. Okay. I had to look that up on Pornhub. So for those of you who don't know, it's where a guy like puts a small woman on top of him and just like spin us like a top. Now that's the kind of helicopter mom I want to be. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Patty. That's only one of 3 tags I have for that. Oh, can I give you the dirty tag?
Yes.
Okay. And spin us like a top. That is actually how most of my children were conceived. And now you know the true meaning of helicopter mom. That's the dirty tag, but it's funnier. Okay. Thank you guys. Yeah.
Keep it going for Sherry Bride. I forgot to ask where to find her. You can find her. Wait. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But is it Sherry_Bright too?
Yes.
Oh. We have Instagram recognition from memory here. That's half of why I was hired, because I'm able to store a lot of I don't know. It's clearly important information's falling out, but I still have 101 digits of pi up here. But I am so excited, honored, excited, happy, and excited to bring up my comedy godfather. You know him. You love him. Are you ready for the comedy of Patty, everybody?
Hey, give it up for Patty. Come on, I need Patty. Okay, that's good. That's enough. That's good. That's exciting. Oh, by the way, can we get another round of applause for those of you that fucking hate it when I make you applaud? Come on, give it up. Damn it. I had to follow Sherry Bright. Half the audience is left. I don't know if you noticed that. Half the audience. Timing is everything. But give it up for Sherry Bright. I'm telling you what, and I did send her the link to the spinners on Pornhub. I hope that's not inappropriate at all. But I mean, was that a tight act? Yeah. That was tight, and apparently so's your vagina. Your vaginal act outs. I'm pro vaginal act outs. I love it.
Thank you.
And I think we have actually tipped, because I'm going to tell you, and we know this about open mics, those of us that attend them, that they're a little heavy on the yang, but there's not a lot of yin there. So I welcome this female energy here. Really, most open mics are a couple testicles short of the Senate Subcommittee on Women's Health Issues. You can take your time with that. Take your time. I'm very happy to be here, and I want to commend Zach. Can we commend Zach? Those one-liners. Wow. Yeah, and you made a reference to little people, the little folks. I actually had a brief but impactful career in porn. Some of you might recognize me. My porn name was Jake Tapper. I don't know. But I did direct a specialty video with a young Peter Dinklage. I don't know if you remember Peter. But it was in the adult realm. It was called Little Trouble and Big Vagina. Some of you might have seen that. Yeah. Also, I did specialize in underwater porn. Yes, aquatic porn. You can find it. Some of my hits include KY, the Wonder Jellyfish. That was it. I played horny George Bush as a sailor, and the sequel was Fucking Nemo. Yes, and that actually preceded the film Nemo. It was before Nemo. We won Best Underwater Sex Scene at the AVN. Very, very happy to do that. And I remember you had made a comment about making eye contact through the crack in the stall in the men's room, which I have a whole chapter dedicated to that in my book, which you can get on Amazon, The Business End of the Glory Hole. It's a travel guide for young men on a budget. So you might want to do that. You might want to, and she's not here. She's not here. But give it up for Sam Linderman. Yeah. Sam Linderman. I love Sam. She's a comic philosopher and also an internet body glitter aficionado. I don't know if you know that. But she once told me, and I would be interested if Sherry Bright finds it the same, that being a woman in stand-up comedy is a lot harder than being Jewish in stand-up comedy. Being Jewish in stand-up comedy is like being tall in the NBA. Being a woman in stand-up comedy is a lot like twerking in a bowling alley or having Shabbat dinner on Epstein's Island. Even if you do well, it doesn't feel kosher, and someone's staring at your ass. So well, yeah. I love you. You're adorable. She's not adorable. I love her. I love her. And I don't know if you guys know this, but it's official. I've chatted with my wife. We're adopting Adrian. She will come to live with us. And because Adrian has something none of my other children have, a valid driver's license. Some of you don't know, I have 3 beautiful children. Thank you very much. I have 5, but 2 of them are fucking annoying. Did anybody here that's procreated any any children? Any fucking former children in the audience here by a round of applause. Here's a couple hints for you. If you call your parent by the first name, you're not the favorite. Yeah. You're not the favorite. My son, Mandrake, calls me by my first name, which I think is his way of getting back at me for naming him Mandrake. I'm just going to say, first of all, his mother named him. She was working as a magician's assistant at the time. We were smoking a lot of meth. I don't remember a lot about it. But my son, Mandrake, lives an alternative lifestyle. Well, let's give it up for the LGBTQ. Let's show our support. And is it not a wonderful thing that we live in a time where you can love who you truly love? Yeah. And you can be who you truly fucking are. Yeah. And if that's who he truly is, I gotta love him. Am I right? Yeah. Am I right? Because I'd hate to think he's become a passive-aggressive power bottom just to fucking spite me. It could be worse. He could be a vegan. Yeah. That's a story for a different day. My favorite, and yeah, we do have favorites. I don't know. Yeah, we do. We lie and say we don't. But Sherry has a favorite. I have a favorite. My favorite is my daughter, Nia. She's 29. She's a criminal lawyer. She makes 6 figures, drives a Jaguar, still on my phone plan. Don't exactly know when that ends. I paid for her education, and I figured out that I have paid for just enough education for her to look down on me. Let me kind of explain something to you. I have no fucking education. None. I have what's called I never finished high school. I have what's called a GED, and if you don't know what that stands for, you've probably got one too. I dropped out of high school when I was 15 to go to cake decoration school. Yeah, cake decoration school. Yeah, you know how fucked up you have to be. Someone had to pull strings to get me into cake decoration school. Kicked out in 9 weeks for an inability to spell and a meth addiction. Andy Dick drove me to rehab twice. Do you know how fucked up you have to be for Andy Dick to say, dude, it's time, I'll drive? That's fucked up. I'm just telling you, I was briefly a spirit animal to incels. Which we didn't call them incels then, we called them losers. That's what we call them. But here's the deal. My daughter when she was in law school, was constantly telling me, Dad, we're going to take down the patriarchy. We're burning down the patriarchy. I had no fucking idea what it meant. I did not know what the word meant. You know what I found out? Patriarchy is me. Me. I'm the fucking patriarchy. And I just would remind her gently that the patriarchy is the reason she has no student loan debt. Patriarchy, pretty fucking good to her, am I right?
Yeah.
And I just want to tell you something. Things change. No matter what you think's important in your 30s, you think something else is important in your 40s, you realize in your 50s nothing's that fucking important. And then in your 60s you discover reverse mortgages and erectile dysfunction. It's a whole new realm. And I want to kind of share something with you. My daughter's last client, who she represented, was Harvey Weinstein. Because Jaguars are fucking expensive. This whole process of getting, I just turned 61 years old. 61 years old. So thank you. I just keep breathing. There's not much effort on my part. But Sam brought up a subject that is near and dear to my heart. Give it up for Sam. Says, like, I'm just going to tell you something. I am in the shark demographic at this point. Like, I had 3 pupusas and a large coffee before I came here. I could fucking go off at any moment. You can chart at any age, but after 61 or so, it becomes a constant concern. It's something that you think about, from time to time, and just about every time. Because what is a shark but a fart you really shouldn't have trusted? It's and if you, like, even like I spend a lot of time streaming now. I don't have Netflix or anything, but in the men's room, just because it's dwindled. When I was young, I had I had the water pressure of a fucking power washer. Now I've got the water pressure of a fucking Tijuana motel. Here's the deal. I was having this conversation with Aaron. I have resolved myself to peeing sitting down. Can we get a round of applause for peeing sitting down? But let me tell you, I've discovered the virtues of peeing while sitting down. Let me tell you, the problem when you get less pressure is, and women all know we don't have the aim that we think we have anyway as younger men, but as you get older, as the pressure, you get streams. So there's a main stream, and then there's streams that go over to the side. It's a messy thing. So I just sit down now. My wife has finally won that argument. I sit down, and let me tell you something. I should have been doing this all the way. The whole time I should have been doing it, because can I tell you something? Life is busy. I worked for 40 years. Standing up, I think we're standing up, men standing up while they pee, was because there were larger predators years ago, And if a woman had to pee, a man had to stand around because you really didn't have the ability to run away real quick. If that makes sense. Okay. But now, if I have a chance to sit down, I'm fucking sitting down. That's okay. That didn't really go anywhere, but it's just true. It's much better. I feel like there was a lot of vaginal humor earlier today, and I'm pro vaginal humor. I'm big on factory installed pussy. Let me say this, because where would we all be without factory installed? Look, aftermarket, that's fine. I don't, but the real factory installed pussy, because a pussy is like a Lamborghini, Like, you can buy a kit car and it might look like a Lamborghini, but it's not a fucking Lamborghini. Where would we all be without factory installed pussy? You want to know where? No fucking where. It's the only way here. That is it. That is it. And I'm not fussy about the grooming at all. I lost my virginity to a chia pet in 1977. It was the Bush era, not the Bush administration. That came later. It's the era of big, bouncy, wonderful, beautiful. Bush. And you know what? The Bush is making a comeback. Ariana Grande and Doja Cat are. By the way, it comes back of its own volition if you just leave it alone. And I don't get the bald pussy obsession. It's like borderline pedophilia. God puts grass on the fucking field because it's game time. And look, I don't know if anybody of you are familiar with the Bush. Aaron, did you love the Bush?
I love the Bush.
Fucking love the Bush. Do you know why we love the Bush?
Why?
Because there was pussy behind it. Men love anything if there's pussy behind it. That is the reason we do most of the things we don't want to do. You know, like hold your purse at the mall. We don't fucking want to hold your purse, but there's pussy behind it. I'm holding your purse. Or fucking hiking. What do I might get lost out there. I was here every week. Her hiker's getting lost. It's dirty. I don't like it. Or my wife took me to the LA Arboretum. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
It's a museum for trees. It's filled with Asian tourists and middle-aged gay men. It's a fun place. But I want to tell you something. It turned out real well. You want to know why? There was some pussy behind it. All right, you guys have been mediocre, and I want to thank you. I'm Patty, PADDYFORCOMEDY. May the least you ever get be the most you ever wish for, and keep it going for the one and only Sam Linderman. Give it up for Sam Linderman.
Keep it going for Patty, everybody. At Patty4Comedy on the gram. Where are the stickers? Where are the t-shirts? They're being made. We're making them all. But I'm glad that you guys made it because you got to see this guy make it. Please give it up for your headliner, Anya, everybody! Wow! Stage right!
You're insane.
I know.
I know you know. No, that's funny. What's good, people? How goes it? About to bring the energy up, you know my vibe. And I didn't sit out over there because I don't like you guys. I just left Pilates class, so I'm like, I don't smell bad, but I don't smell my usual great. You feel me? So I'm chilling. Pilates is cool, man. Cause I don't know if y'all know, I've been working out a lot lately. Just people work out for different reasons. I personally work out just for respect. Like I just want to be respected in the gym. You feel me? Like as a skinny gentleman, the gym is just a completely different place for us. Like you feel me? Like the buff people in the gym, like they can really do whatever. Like nobody cares what they're doing. Like they can just take forever on the machines. Nobody's bothering them. Like I seen buff people in the gym like they be just talking to each other, like they be on their phones the whole time. One dude pulled out a whole fucking PS5, connected it to the screen. He's playing 2K. Nobody's bothering him, right? But as a skinny gentleman, bro, no matter what you doing, no matter how soon or how quickly you just got to the machine, like people are just immediately tapping on the shoulder, like how many sets you got left. Like they don't take you serious, basically. Pilates is so much different. Like it's just a beautiful place. It's a beautiful vibe. There's a lot of women around. And it's a lot of competitive women. Like I don't know if people know about Pilates, but it is a very competitive environment. But nobody says it's competitive. But like when they're talking about like doing certain stuff, like they'll be like, all right, we're gonna do a plank, and as you're doing the plank, you look around and like the Asian lady is staring you in your eyes, like she's waiting for you to break. Like it's not even a joke. It's just I'm locked in. Like Lynn, you're not finna beat me. Stop looking over here. Like I don't know. They could tell you knew. Like they smell fresh blood in the water. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm excited though. I'm trying to get in shape also because I don't know if I've told everybody in here, but I'm actually having a child soon. I know, crazy. It's insane, dog. I actually don't know the mother or who is going to hold this child, but I heard that they're giving $6,000 tax breaks to whoever has newborns. So I'm trying to get to it. I'm trying to get to the chicken, bro. You feel me? I'm trying to get to it, bro. I missed the PPP. I'm not finna miss this one. We finna get to the money, bro. Finna get to the money. I know babies are expensive, but we could break it like 50-50. Like you can get 3 racks, I'll get 3 racks. Like me and a baby could split the bread. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited. Speaking of, I don't know, back to the gym stuff. I feel like taller people in the gym get that respect that I'm looking for. I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'10", but I feel like the 6 foot and up people get that respect that I desire. But I was like really at this height, I'm damn near 27 now. I'm like, there's no real growth spurt coming for me at this point. You feel me? So I looked into it now. You can go get the knee BL. Have you heard about it? The knee BL. It's like that's what they call it. It's like the knee extension surgery. Basically, what they do is it's a surgery where it's like plastic surgery, but like they break your knees and they add extenders to both sides of your knees, and so as your knee is healing from the break, the bone will grow in between and extend it, thus giving you the height that you desire. It's crazy. Now I looked into it. I was like, it's expensive, but there's payment plans and whatnot. But what really turned me off of it was I read as I got to the bottom of the page. they were like, even if you get the knee BL, after you've healed, you're actually not allowed to do a full sprint. Like, you can't run full speed. And for me, I don't understand the point of being the height of my basketball dreams if I can no longer play basketball. It doesn't make sense. Like, what am I going to do at this height? Like, I'm going to go to the grocery store and just help people get the shit off the top shelf. Like, what am I going to do with this newfound height? I don't understand. I don't see the benefits, personally. I don't want to ruin my life just by getting this knee BL. It's crazy. I went to high school with a lot of tall people. I don't know. I was thinking about this recently. Just my friends or my cousins were talking to me about this hospital show they were really excited to show me, and it turned out to be Grey's Anatomy, right? I did not know this show was still on. Like, they're still doing Grey's Anatomy at this, 2024. They're still doing Grey's Anatomy. And I was like, no, let me tune in. Like, I used to love this show. I tuned in, and it felt like if you go back to your high school right now, like, it's like you don't recognize anybody there, bro. You're just like, what? It's a hospital, but like, I don't know who these people are. You feel me? And it was crazy because I'm like, I didn't know they were still doing it, but it's like all the McDonald's niggas is gone, like the McSteamies, McDreamies, like all of them is gone. Like, I don't know what happened to all the McDonald's people. They was cool. They was, I don't know, it was cool when they was young. I don't know. I don't know. I talked about sports betting a lot last time, just about how I couldn't bet on sports that weren't physical because I didn't like when I lose my money and people are still happy. It just doesn't look good. So I can bet boxing because, like, the loser, we both lost. You feel me? Like, anything else, like basketball, they be smiling, hugging their families. Like, it fucks me up emotionally because I can't eat this week. That $5, I needed it. But my friend was like, oh, I don't think NBA players should be allowed to bet on sports because one guy just got banned for life because he was betting on his games. But he was taking his under. So I'm like, I feel like that's wrong. You feel me? Like, you can't take under on your stats. But I feel like they should be allowed to bet, one, if the bets are public, and two, they can only bet over or they're winning. Like, imagine you're guarding somebody and they're like, they bet $100,000 they're gonna beat you. Like, you're gonna play so much harder. And then when I bet, I feel confident because, like, he has confidence enough to, I don't know. I be thinking out loud. I'm like, I think there's ways to get around this. I feel like sports betting is taking over and there's no way to really stop this shit. So we need to just get behind it and just find new ways to make it better for us. Speaking about better for us, I don't know how you guys feel about the new election coming up. We got new candidate hopped in. We got Kamala Harris in the mix, man. I'm excited, bro. I don't know. I was fired up because initially the election was kind of looking whatever, the two old white men. I was like, it's kind of whatever. But the prospect of having, like, a black woman president just has me excited because of the fear that black women strike into me on a day-to-day basis. It started from a very young age. Starting with my mom. But I just feel like there's so many opportunities now. Like, I feel like we can just have, like, for minor issues and minor offenses, we can have, like, a black mother police force now. Like, instead of, like, and no matter what's going on, like, shoplifting, like, we don't need to call the police. Like, call the BMF, the Black Mothers Federation. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Call them up. Like, I feel like it would be much better for everyone if we just had that because, like, we'll have, like, public beatings on Saturdays. Like, they just whoop you. Like, it's like that's way worse. I feel like, personally, if you're, like, stealing, like, some socks or something and then, like, the black mother police force comes in, I told you not to steal that shit. Like, she's like, oh my God, I'll never steal again. Like, I think it would just be effective. I don't know. I'm excited. I just say we need to try some new things. I don't know. We got it in there. Just try some new things, man. I was embarrassed recently on Sunday. I went to church. And I got embarrassed at church. I didn't think it was possible, but when you haven't been to church in a while, and this, I kind of got mad at this too because I was, like, in a group of my friends at church and they be at church all the time. I ain't been in a minute, and they're like, "Oh, you been in a while?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I still be reading my Bible and whatnot. I'm still tapped in. I'm lying, just lying for no reason, just lying to stay cool in the church." And it was embarrassing because they were like, "Oh, turn your Bibles to 2 Corinthians, whatever." And I opened up my Bible app, and I got a notification on my screen. It wouldn't let me use the app no more, so my Bible app got an update. And everybody's looking at my phone because I'm the one I'm like, hold on, wait. They say Bible app got updated. First of all, why is the Bible app updating? What are we adding to the Bible app? The Bible is the Bible. I don't understand. Did Jesus drop an update? Like, what did he add? What the fuck we add to the Bible? It's already there. I don't understand why you had to embarrass me at the church in front of all my friends. I was mad. I delete the whole app. Fuck it. We just gonna get the real Bible out. Fuck it. I don't care. I was mad. Like, why are we updating the Bible app? What the fuck are we adding? I don't know. It bothered me. I was angry and embarrassed. I'm gonna take that on to somebody. Somebody got to hear about this. Damn, what I want to talk about. That's just the shit that I've been dealing with this week. How much time do I have left?
Oh my gosh, 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good amount of time. don't even know what I even have going on in here. What have I been up to? I don't know. I have a new dating app strategy. I noticed Sherry was talking about dating apps up here. Dating apps are cool. It's fun, especially as a comedian. It's just a lot of fun. I don't take myself serious, nor do I take the dating app serious. I haven't given up on finding love. I know it's gonna happen eventually, but I don't know if it's gonna happen on these apps. Like my new strategy is like I go to all my old matches and I just send "I miss us." I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my most effective strategies. It works every time. I don't know how it works, but it works every time. Like, oh my God, you're so funny. Yes, come back to me. Even people I haven't had any conversations with, just matches I've never had a conversation. I miss us. It's just a strong move. It's like, hey, there you go. I'm telling you, dating apps are interesting. I love the variety of dating apps. There's a dating app for everything. I didn't even know this until recently. Like, there's dating apps for people that it's like hookup apps. There's like the Hinges and the Bumbles, which are like the find love apps. And then there's the Black app, which I guess is supposed to be just for Black people. I don't know why we're segregating the apps. I don't know. And what's crazy about the Black app is like it's not even all Black people. Like everybody's on the Black app. So I'm like, why are we even? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I recently saw my friend. She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm on this dating app, and it's like a dating app for Asian people." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, there's really like an app for everyone." And I was like, "Oh, I'm not really pressed about who I date. Like, I'll check the app out." She's like, "No, you can't join the app." I'm like, "Wait, I can't join the app." And apparently, like certain apps, they're like really like strict about who joins the app. Like they give you like questionnaires like on the culture. I was like, I can Google these answers, but is it worth it at that point? Like, I lied to be here. Maybe I'm lying about this whole thing. We will never know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know about these apps. I might just be lying up here. I've realized I like to lie. It's bad. It's bad. But it's not my fault, honestly. And I love that because I feel like it's really easy to take or accept blame when you can also push it to something else. If you guys didn't know, I was actually born in December, which makes me a Capricorn. And it's a Capricorn trait to lie. So it's not really my fault. It's when I was born. Had I been born a few weeks later, I've been the most honest guy ever. But now it just comes out. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's really easy too. It's the confidence in which I lie. I don't lie like serious shit. Like I just lie about fun things. Like people are like, "Oh, did you run that errand?" I'm like, "Oh, absolutely not. I'd never do that." And I already did it type shit. Like my mom hates that, but I love it. I don't know what's wrong with me, bro. It's in my system. One person one time was like, "Oh, like I told him I was born in Nigeria because I am." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, like, how was that, like, growing up, like, in the wild? Like, did you guys, like, have to, like, how did you coexist with the wild animals?" And I was like, "Well, honestly, it's kind of like when you see stray dogs and cats in your neighborhood, like, you get to know them. Like, you just, like, it's not a random lion, like, it's the neighborhood lion." She's like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, yeah. And, like, I used to swing from vine to vine to school. She's like, "Oh my gosh, really?" And my friend walks up as I'm lying to this girl. It's like, "He came up when he was 3. He don't know nothing." She's like, "Oh my God, why are you lying to me?" I'm because it's fun. I can't stop. It's in my system. Sorry, it's a Capricorn trait. I told you, it's candy corn things. But that's all I really have for today. Thank you guys so much for the time. I really had fun here. Everyone was great. I loved all your sets. You guys are really funny people. I mean, Patty, you already know me, but everyone else in here, sure, you met me too. But you guys are really funny. I like you guys as well. But clap it up for Sam. Come back stage. I'm Anye West on YEWST. You can my IG and all that.
What an amazing way to close out the show. Thank you guys for coming. Follow us. Follow us outside. No, don't. Please don't. We're on Instagram, LA School of Comedy, TikTok, LA School of Comedy, YouTube, LA School of Comedy. Nobody said it. It's okay. It's the end of the night. I've been Sam. One more time, let's give it up for our producer, Aaron McIntyre. Stay tuned for more info about his class. Adrian Russo, everybody. We're gonna get you up here, and good night. I've been Sam. You can find me on Instagram at SamLikeTBH. I'm gonna change it, but stay tuned.
Good night, Sam.
It's called a freeze frame.
Like I think she had a stroke.
Are we off?
We're off.
Okay, thank God. Can I hold that for 1 more second?